What's up, everybody? It's your boy Wes Grand. You're watching Suburban Nerd, this channel where I give you my reviews on today's nerd news. Well, today I've got a lot of things. You know, I give you that box office report every time I come back from the weekend. So you know I'm about to lay it down for you because I do also have some good nerd news along with that, dealing with superheroes. You know what I do. Well, starting off with the first #1 place for the weekend. Once again, second week in a row after doing a comeback out of nowhere, we got Jumanji. Jumanji coming in, making $20.04 million. $20 million on, I guess it's his fifth or maybe sixth weekend. Also being #1 place. And domestically, it's made north of $316 million. Worldwide, it's made $790 million. And I already called it was going to probably hit about $800 million, because that's what I'm thinking it's probably going to do. Just inching a little bit, because every week it's still doing it, and like I'm not sure what's going to knock them out. This next weekend might get knocked out because we do have a good movie coming up, which I'll talk about later in the week. But that's #1. #2, we've got 12 Strong. You know, the movie with Chris Hemsworth, the retaliation with the 9/11 plane crash and everything. So that one made $16.5 million in second place. We've got third place with Den of Thieves, with Gerard Butler and my boy 50 Cent, making $15.32 million. We got in fourth place The Post with Tom Hanks and Helen Mirren, or I get their names mixed up all the time. But yeah, that made $12.15 million. And then in fifth place, we've got The Greatest Showman. That made about $11 million. Domestically, it's made north of $113, which is pretty good. And I'm hearing a lot of good things about it. Actually, I am interested in watching this. I'm not even really into musicals, but I'm definitely interested in watching this one. That's pretty much the rundown. As far as what I feel, Jumanji definitely doing its thing, because I watched it. I put a review of it. I'll probably put it, put right there of what I thought of Jumanji. It was really good. I liked it overall. And that's pretty much it. The rest I haven't seen yet. I plan on probably seeing 12 Strong. Den of Thieves, everybody from my job is definitely looking forward to that. The Post, probably see that, down the videos later down the road. And then Greatest Showman is a must-see. I'm definitely going to try and see that. Next, we're going to go into the nerd news. But first, the thing we're talking about is Deadline reports that Steven Spielberg has a plethora of movies to choose from for directing, because it's Steven Spielberg. Thought I didn't know the word plethora. Yes, look it up. But he has his eyes actually focused on one main property. And when I say focus, I mean focus like when you're at the party and there's that one last slice of pizza left and you're just looking around like, I want that. Yeah. If you don't know, I'm gonna give you a little hint. Let me see if you can guess which property this is that he wants to direct. That's all you get. That's all you get. If you didn't guess it, I'm gonna give you an answer. It's the Indiana Jones. He wants to direct the 5th movie in the series. The 4th one, I guess he wants to redeem himself because the 4th one was not that good. But then again, George Lucas did have his hands in the 4th one, and lately George Lucas putting his hands in things, they're just not coming out that well. AKA the prequels to Star Wars and the Crystal Skull. Yeah, the aliens. People didn't like that, but he wants to do that. But he also has another one that he might do. What's that sort? Yeah, don't really want to say it, but yes, it's West Side Story. So he gets to choose between directing Indiana Jones or West Side Story. I don't know I don't know why that would even be a hard choice. My money's on Indiana Jones to just make up for what the Crystal Skull was. But he's definitely thinking about it. He's also thinking about but the thing about the Indiana Jones is it's already been in the works since 2015, because Kathleen Kennedy, in charge of the Lucas films or whatever in Star Wars, pretty much Disney, she already had said the slate. It's already set to release in July 10th, 2020. So I'm not too sure what he has to choose. I guess he could choose to, since it's due that time, he can probably get out the West Side Story before then go into the Indiana Jones, or do the Indiana Jones, then do the West Side Story, which I think is a better choice because everyone's just waiting. You've got Harrison Ford, the dude's old. You don't know how much longer he got. Sorry, cross my fingers, but people are dying off here. Celebrities are dying. You need to get him. If you want to use him in the fifth one, you need to use him now because it ain't gonna be lasting that much longer. I'll tell you that much. With him and his landing planes and all that, always up in the air, that thing's dangerous. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, so I don't know which one he's gonna choose. Who knows? But I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that he's gonna do Indiana Jones, get Harrison Ford, and knock a good one out. Just Spielberg, George Lucas ain't a part of this no more. It's all Spielberg, and Spielberg is the best director that's ever lived. Sorry, he is. He's number one. As far as he's done pretty much all genres, and he's killed it in all genres. So he is the best. Next we got, on the Nerd News, we got director Ryan Coogler says that Black Panther is Marvel's James Bond. Yeah, I believe so. From the first trailer I saw, you could definitely tell that because with all the gadgets, his sister Shuri, that she's pretty much the Q to his James Bond. So yeah, and plus he's flying internationally, going all over the world. He's got beautiful women all around him. James Bond isn't super rich, but I'm pretty sure he's got some money stashed off somewhere. But other than that, just swag. Chadwick Boseman's character, T'Challa, he's got that swag, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much all you have to do with that. He's the black version of the James Bond that we've always wanted. But yeah, definitely, I agree with him with that. I definitely agree with Ryan Coogler, and I'm pretty sure he directed it. So that's so. Next on the Nerd News, we've got ABC is quietly canceling the Inhumans. Yes, the Inhumans are going to be gone. Why? Because I hear that it sucks. Why? Because I didn't bother watching it. Why? Because I heard it sucked. All this I know. You know what? I'm not gonna. I probably will watch it just to see how bad it is, because some things you just can't believe how bad it is until you watch it yourself. So I'm gonna make a point to actually go and try and see this and see if it lives up to the non-hype of what it was, because people are pissed off that they spent that money on an IMAX version of this. So we'll see how that works out. Next, we've got the Flash teases Superboy Prime from Earth 15 appearing on the show. And I don't believe he's going to appear on the show. In last week's episode, when they opened up a portal to Earth 5, they said Harrison Wells said that Earth is dead, so send the radiation there. Because if you guys don't know, Superboy Prime is a badass mother. Shut your mouth. You know why? Because he is unbeatable. He's one Superboy Prime, straight up destroyed, and he beat every superhero. No one could beat him. He was so overpowered that they had to lock him in another dimension. That's the only way they could beat him. Justice League couldn't beat him. Teen Titans couldn't beat him. Any team up in DC couldn't beat him. He was just so overpowered. And then when he got his super suit to absorb more yellow sun, OP. He was so strong. He punched. He's caused crisis on Infinite Earths. He punched a dimensional hole in the fabric and just made things just go wrong. That's how powerful Superboy Prime is, and that's what they were guessing. But I doubt they're gonna bring him. If they do, that'd be crazy, because the Flash against Superboy Prime, because that would definitely be a super villain. Because Superboy Prime, and he's not even that much of a villain. Quick breakdown: he's actually a guy who's regular. He's on Earth that we're regular like us, and then he read these stories of comic books of Superman, and somehow he got superpowers. And he went over into the universe where Superman, and he looked at Superman as an idol, and Superman died, and he didn't think that everybody else lived up to the quality or to the standards of a superhero. So he decided to whip everyone's ass and hold up the standard. And just from there, he just went cool. So I'll tell you that much. I don't think that's gonna be in the Flash. I really don't think so. Going on from that. I think that's just a non-void. That's the rumors, but nothing's coming out of that. Next, we've got the movie Rampage, the trailer. A new trailer came out at a football game, yesterday, that has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and the Rampage game movie iteration, and it definitely looked good. I like this trailer a lot better, a lot more action, just looked a lot more fun. One-liners were definitely hitting on point. It's gonna have a little competition though because it's coming out on 4/20, and Super Troopers is coming out. And is this everything about Super Troopers? The first one, love. Can't wait to see Super Troopers 2. And that's pretty much it for the nerd news. I know I went a little quick, but I didn't want to give too much, trying to just keep this video a little short, even though it's over 10 minutes, still short for me, because I'm trying to keep it under these 15 minutes or even 13 minutes. So thank you. Remember to tell your friends, share, like, comment down below, because I like to hear a lot of feedback. If anyone wants to talk to me, just let me know. I'll comment back. And just remember to subscribe, check out the last nerd news, and check out the playlist. Remember, I'm Wes Grant. You've been watching Sub Urban Nerd, and you've just been nerdified. Catch you guys on the next video.